In this devlog, I am gonna finally finish my Spaceshooter Vanilla JS game. So I have been making this game for about over a month or two. Instead of using any popular framework out there such as Spacer, I decided to do my own thing and make it from scratch in good old vanilla JavaScript. So since the last devlog, I have did quite a lot of work, mainly designing engine features that would be necessary, but this is just the beginning. Since I am not using a popular framework, I miss most of the features that libraries or engines provide right out of the box, which is a bummer since I have to design them mostly by myself. So I have to design the engine first and then make the game. So that's why the progress is quite slow. Though using an engine doesn't always mean it would work out for you. At first, I considered Phaser, but since my game is an ECS game and most frameworks didn't provide the ECS functionality, so I had to go out on my own. Luckily, I found this ECS library called Jex.js, and with this, I made my game. And for physics, I borrowed Matter.js. So for those who don't know what Matter.js is, it is basically a JavaScript physics engine which can save you a ton of time. So instead of writing the physics myself, I simply used Matter.js for collisions and other stuff, which was really helpful. So with the recap now ended, it's time to go through my goals for this video. So I plan to add full UI, some music and sound effects, an enemy spawner, some polishing and some bosses. Now on paper it looks really simple, but it actually isn't. So yeah, I would only be showing important stuff in this video. With that, let's get started. So after doing some offline stuff, I designed some more UI. I designed this checkbox to turn off sound and music. Pretty cool, right? It took me about 2 days to make along with other stuff, but there is a problem. Can you guess it? So, did you guess it? The problem is we currently don't even have any music. So I went ahead and looked for some free sound effects, but this was not the end of the problem since I still had to change some sound effects in Audacity. After tweaking it a bit, it seems to work fine. So I imported the sounds back into Visual Studio and everything seems to work fine. With the sounds done, I move to the next part, which is adding a background. Right now, it's kinda empty. I am no artist and I kinda think my art sucks, but I was able to make this in Krita. It's basically just a purple background with thousands of dots, I guess, which acts as stars. It took me quite a ton of time to make it and I think it would work fine. So after many problems which I would rather not talk about, I was able to make it work. After that, I added an invincibility effect, so now player is invincible for a short time. But I wasn't satisfied with just this. I kinda want an explosion when player's ship get destroyed. A big one. Moving on, I added the particles to the game and it works nice. The particles are basically just squares with different widths and height that are moving in random directions. It might not be great, but it works. After that, I added a main menu scene. So now we can switch between main menu and the game scene. As you can see, when I switch the scene, basically all the things in that scene disappear. For now, they just pause. I even worked on main menu a bit, adding a settings button and some other stuff. I also did a ton more stuff, but that's boring. So let's move on to more exciting stuff, such as a wave spawner. So I did some stuff to make this wave spawner and it looks fine. Because nothing ever works at first try, I went again. It basically uses a JSON file and randomly spawn enemies. I then finally added a boss. As you can see, it's just a simple boss and it looks nice. So till now everything was going fine, but now it's all about to go downhill. So I used white to bundle my project.
Oh, it's wheat, not white.
So I used wheat to bundle my project. After building it and converting it into a zip folder, I was ready to publish it on itch.io. So after configuring some settings, I published the game and then I went to test it. But I was greeted with a blank screen. Yeah, no surprise. Nothing ever works on first try. So something must have went down because I was bombarded with errors. I tried redoing the build multiple times but didn't work. I removed some random code and that also didn't work. So at this point I didn't know what was even going on. Why is it failing? It was working fine when I tested it on preview, but now it just is like this and I have no idea. Eventually I figured it would be due to UI, but exactly where I don't know. My UI system is so complicated that there is something definitely going wrong in there. So basically the thing that is going on is Wheat loads files differently than itch.io does. So it was fine on Wheat, but on itch.io it breaks because something is null and the execution order is basically I have no idea. And to fix it I might have to redo this all stuff, all the UI. I even tried to build it on GitHub pages, but then an entirely new error popped up. At this point, I was plenty tired and didn't know what to do. It was frustrating that even though I managed to make the game, I couldn't share it. But that's just life, I guess. I might try another challenge in the future. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like and subscribe button, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.